should have turned the Bluetooth off. Shoot. Hi T, hi Candace, hi Laura Ann. Can you guys hear me okay? Forgot to turn my Bluetooth off. I hope it's not. Hi Cindy. Hi Dawn. Okay, good. Yeah, normally I set my phone to do not disturb and I turn my Bluetooth off because sometimes my phone wants to connect to my Bluetooth earphones while I'm doing a live, and that's not good. And it sounds like I'm underwater. I do have my fan running. Let me turn it down. There we go. How about now? Can you hear me okay? It just got really warm in my room all of a sudden, and so I did turn my ceiling fan on, but I just turned it off. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Let me know if you can hear me okay. All right. Hi, Meg. All right. Thank you all for jumping on. Things are a little bit hectic here today, so I might not be as organized as I had hoped, but we will get through this, right? We're going to have fun. Okay, sure, I had it on high. Like, I had it up as high as it would go, so it only makes sense to turn it down a little bit, for sure. I don't need to have it up on high, considering it's such a chilly outside. I'm going to grab some black paper. Just one moment. That way we can see what we're looking at here with these stencils. Okay. All right, if I get hot, I'll turn the fan back on. Hi, Chris. Hi, Marva. Hi, Jim. I don't know if it's because I have so many lights in this room. They get warm. That could be it. But we're good now. We're good, good, good. Hi, Jonna. All right, so we have some super fun stencils that we're going to be revealing tonight, and I'm going to show you some of the cards that I made. Hi, Michelle. And here we go. Let's get started. If any of you have been following my social media the last 2 days, you probably recognize this first card. Let me just get in view here. Oh, what's going on with my phone? Let's see if we can get a better view there. Thanks, Jim. Yeah, don't forget the thumbs up. All right, we've got our first stencil. Now, this is the new release from Colorful Life Designs. If you're not familiar, a Colorful Life Designs has stencils, and I'm on their design team. This one is called Hello Peeps. And what's really cool about this is not only do you get the stencil, and you get the little cutouts, or basically the little pieces that would fall out when they're laser cut. All of these stencils are cut by laser, and it's nice to be able to have the extra little components here. They act as a mask so that you can do some great ink blending without a fear of having your inks interfere with each other. Okay, so for my card, okay, great, Jim, thanks. For my card, I created this super colorful one. It says Hello Peeps, and I have a video on this. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, it's from yesterday. One added thing that I did to this card, I added a second stencil on top. This is the Mum Mat, all right? I love this stencil. It's a big 6x9 stencil. The other one is 6x6. And so what happened was I created my ink blending, and then I covered up my bunnies, which they're so cute. And I went back in with the mask, and I used some yellow ink and created that bright, you know, Eastery color background. Thanks, Meg. And here's what this looks like. Hi, Sandy. I just laid that right on top, and I just ink blended right over top of that. So that was super easy to create. Very easy card. It's just on a white card base. Very simple, but really cute for Easter. Thank you, T. I do have a discount code if you're interested in getting any of these products. My discount code is TracyFan10, and you want to use that code to get 10% off your order. However, there is a Master Creator Bundle, which would be all of the stencils in this release for one discounted price. My code doesn't work with that, but it works with everything else. Now this, hi Shalon, we're going to probably ink blend this. I like this one, and I didn't get to ink blend it by itself, so I'm going to put this one aside. All right, second card, second bunny stencil. This one is called, let me see. Okay, this one is called, I think, Bunny Hug. Right, this one is called Bunny Hug. Yeah, Jim, no waste. She sends you the little piece that you can use again. And then I had a video on my YouTube channel today where I demonstrated how I created this card. And what's nice was that mask really helped me to be able to ink blend my first bunny. And there's also a little face at the top left-hand corner that you want to put right over top of the bunny's head, so you can ink blend the little eyes and little nose. So cute. I know, T. I love this one. All right, then you go ahead and put your mask on, and then line it up, and you can ink blend the next one. See how that goes? That way you're not getting any cross-contamination of your ink. One thing that I didn't do, it's no problem, T. One thing that I didn't do, what I should have done, was colored in the heart. But it looks all right. It looks all right the way it is. I noticed that the other design team members, how can I say it? When they were doing this, they only did one bunny at a time, though. So I guess it didn't occur to me to do this. But if you cover and mask, then you could actually color the heart in too, okay? But the only thing is, I like this because it's got that little register mark or whatever you call it. You know how it is with or like it's supposed to, like it'd be a Mylar balloon. And I figured if I would have colored over that, you wouldn't have been able to see that little mark. Hi, Nancy. So that's our Bunny Hug. So that's my favorite of all of them, just because it was so much fun. And you'll have to watch my video. You get a couple laughs out of me during that video. I'm not going to say what I mean. You'll have to watch it yourself. All right, great, T. You'll do great things with it, I'm sure. All right, so we've got this cute little lamb. This one is called Sheep Mask. So I'll show you the card that I created with this one. And I just went full-on circle card because I have a big circle die that I was able to... Oh, thanks, everyone. I'm glad you like the bunnies. Thanks, Candace. I thought this little lamb, sheep, whatever, was super cute. And I didn't want to lose any of the size. So I kept it. I did trim a little bit off of those edges. but made it nice and round. But it's so cute. And you can make a square card out of it. I like how the sides of it are just irregular. Like they're not a symmetrical circle. Yeah, so cute. Okay, Nancy, no problem. I've been really overwhelmed with work this week. Work has been so hard the last 3 days. I mean, in a good way. I mean, everything went really well, but I've been working late every night, and I just got a little bit behind on a couple other things, but we're here tonight, and that's all that matters. Yes, like a fluffy lamb. And here it is in pink, okay? This is Do-Si-Do ink. Yes, I made the eyes blue and the nose pink. Well, that's a really good idea. The little hearts down here at the bottom for their little paws. Great idea, Jim. Like that idea. You could give him psychedelic hair, like Venus says. Exactly. Why not? He could be a rainbow lamb. Why not? Great idea. Hi, Diana. Welcome. Yeah, this one's really cute. I like it a lot. Okay, so that's what I did with that one. Okay. Next, we have, this one's called Pot Holder. And I take it because it looks like a crocheted pot holder. It's a nice geometrical design. I see myself getting a lot of use out of this one. Just because it's, you know, male or female. Could be used for all occasions. Hi, Pam. Again, this one is called Pot Holder. Okay. And what I did was I had an embossing folder with little dots, and I embossed my paper. Okay, so I have this piece of embossed cardstock. And then I put the stencil on top at an angle. So I rotated it so that it is diamond shape. And this is what I came up with. I came up with a another rainbow card. The Happy Easter Bunny is from Technique Junkies. Okay, this was my obsession last year. This little Easter bunny. Does it look familiar? I went crazy last year with this little Easter bunny. Hi, Tara. Yeah, someone said the lamb would be great for a baby shower. I agree. The lamb would be a nice card for a baby shower too. Yeah, so last year, this little Easter bunny stamp was my obsession. I must have made 50 cards in every single ink color by Catherine Pooler with this Easter bunny. So I had lots left over. And I thought, I'm going to pop him right on front of this. Yes, Jim, I have a nesting circle dies from We Are Memory Keepers. And I used the largest one that I had, which has a little tab on it. And I was able to then make it like keep the both sides together. And I just put that on some blue pearlescent paper. And then I use the next size smaller to cut out the lamb. Yeah. But you could make a square card. You could definitely do an A2 size card. See if you would cut it to an A2 size, you wouldn't lose any of the lamb's face or ears or anything like that. Hi, Yvonne. Yeah, so I'll probably post the lamb tomorrow. I still haven't posted I usually try to do in advance through an app, all of my posts for social media. So I'll probably put that lamb up for tomorrow. But anyways, this one's called Pot Holder. I liked it. Just reminded me of something homey. Yeah, 5x5 card. Yeah. And of course, the Catherine Pooler Date Night inks are just the perfect rainbow ink blending inks. So I got a lot of mileage out of those inks, that's for sure. So take your embossing folder, right? And if you have, this one has just a small amount of texture, and then you can just take your stencil and go right over top. It just adds a little bit of texture. I don't know if you've ever done that before with your stencils, but I like to do that. Yep, the pink bunny is from Technique Junkies from last year's release. Let me see if I can find the name of it. Bunny. I want Technique Junkies website. I'll type in bunny. It's called Happy Easter Bunny. If you're interested in the pink bunny, it's called Happy Easter Bunny. It's from Technique Junkies. I'll put it in the chat in a minute here. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think a Swiss dot embossing folder is a staple for any card making, because it's great for weddings too. If you just want some kind of sort of like a traditional looking, I think. Of course, this one is just, it's not a 3D embossing folder. It's just a regular embossing folder. So it does the job. So I just linked the Happy Easter Bunny stamp. That's a stamp from Technique Junkies. The stencil's called Pot Holder, and the embossing folder is, I believe, an old one from my stash. It's probably Sizzix or Spellbinders or something like that. Okay? Oh, thanks, Meg. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay. So I didn't get to do much with this little stencil, but I think it could be very useful. This little one is called Curved Sweep. This one is a 3x3 stencil. Obviously looks like a rainbow. So I went ahead and ink blended a rainbow just to give you an idea of what this looks like. Okay. And I like this because I think it could be used as an accent piece. It could be used in a corner. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm having trouble with my angle here of my camera. I hope I'm not making anybody seasick. Trying to get that to line up. Yeah, so, I mean, I have some ideas for the card that I want to make with this. I thought it'd be super cute with the leprechaun. I don't have any shamrock stencils, but I would, if I did, I would definitely stencil some shamrocks along the bottom here. Wouldn't that look cute? Yeah, I think that would be really cute. Yeah, so it's just a little 3x3. All right, so that's that one. We have another 3x3. And I didn't get a chance to create a full card. This one's called Cross Window. Okay, this one's called Cross Window. Okay, you could do a lot with that one. No, I did the embossing first. So I embossed the panel first. And then I took my stencil and I ink blended right on top of my embossed panel. That's what I did. You could probably do the ink first and then emboss it if you'd like. Either way, I think would work. I just had this handy. It was one that was laying in my stash, so I grabbed it. I was just trying to use up my stash. I was trying to smash my stash. But I do like this cross. I think that would be super pretty for an Easter card. I'm not sure how I'm going to finish this one, but I but I have plans for it. And there's another one. This one's called Cathedral Window. And then I love this one. I love how this turned out. I'm in love with this card. So I started by ink blending my stencil. I used Cumberbund and Serenade, Catherine Pooler inks. And then I had, yeah, I do have some scripture stamps. Yep. Then I had this stamp from May that has all kinds of songs that says Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. So I stamped it right on top. And then have the musical notes at the bottom. This is a stamp from May. And then I took the Cloud Edger stencil from a Colorful Life Designs, and I want to show you how I did this. So let's go ahead and do it on this one right here. This one is the cross window. I'm going to demonstrate that because it's kind of hard to explain, but I discovered it. I was watching another design team member and how she created her clouds. I wanted it to look like the window was sort of like recessed into the clouds, all right? Sort of like if you were going into heaven. This is what I was thinking in my mind's eye. All right, so let me grab that stencil. This is how I store my stencils. I have these poly folders that already have a solid seam, so I don't have to worry about 3-ring hole punches or anything like that. And this this stencil is called the Cloud Edger. It's a very popular stencil. You've probably seen other people use it. I know you've seen me use it before. And for my little folder here, I put the name of the, yeah, my heaven is purple. I put the name of the stencil down in the bottom corner with my label maker. So I have my stencils in here. A lot of these are sets, multi-sets. A lot of Mary Kay's stencils are, some of them are, you know, scene builders is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Hi, Amy. How are you? Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully you're doing well. Showing everybody the world famous Cloud Edger stencil. Even though it's not part of the new release, I'm using it in conjunction with the cross stained glass window 3x3. What I'm going to do, okay, so what I'm going to do is show you how I made my clouds. Okay, so I'll hold it up one more time. And we're going to make our clouds like this. Oh, thanks, Jim. So what we'll do, instead of using this regular part of the stencil, we're going to use the, we're going to use this part of the stencil. Okay. And like I said, I saw another person on the design team demonstrate this, and I thought, oh, now I get it. I really wasn't sure how to use this, but it sort of gives it, instead of just having your clouds going straight across, it just sort of gives it some depth. That's what I'm trying to say. It gives some depth. All right. All right, so I'm going to just use, yeah, it's a frame. Hi, Mary Kay. Everybody, if you will say hello to Mary Kay, she is the owner of A Colorful Life Designs. She just jumped on our live. Thank you, Mary Kay, for jumping on. We also have Amy and Amy's Wares. Amy is the design team coordinator for Colorful Life Designs. So thank you both for stopping by to say hello. All right, what I'm doing is just gently applying ink along the edge of this, the frame. Thank you, Meg, the frame. I'm going to flip it over. I'll do this side. And the ink is just residual ink that I had on my blending brush. It looks like Cove Blue, maybe. Okay, so let's just go across just real lightly. Just I'm not trying to color in solid. I'm just trying to get my brush to brush across that stencil. Okay. Then we'll put it up here at the top. And I don't have to use any pixie spray for this technique because really I'm being very gentle with it, and I have my magnets to hold everything down. All right, so do you see the difference? Now let me show you the difference. And you're thinking, what is she talking about? Okay, so if you take your stencil and you just make your clouds like you would normally on your card. Okay, I love making clouds, so this is fun for me. Now, you'll notice you've got, on this cloud edger stencil, you've got many different surface sides that you can rotate so that your clouds don't look exactly the same. Because I don't know about you, but when I look up in the sky, clouds look different. Each cloud looks different than the next, right? So this cloud edger stencil gives you that look. Now, so what we've got here, we've got a cloudscape, perfectly great cloudscape. But by using the frame, you almost have it as if the window is being framed by the clouds. So that's the reason why I did it that way. Okay. One of the other things that you can do with this cloud edger stencil is go back into where you first inked it, and you can go right over top. Let me see here. You see how I pulled it down just a little bit, and you go ahead in with the second color. And that's how you get sort of like your purple looking clouds. Let's see here. You don't have to do this, but if you're looking for a little bit more, I think I did that. Take the brush, and it looks really nice with the clouds here. Okay, so that looks cool, I think. Yeah, dimension. Thank you, Meg. My brain isn't working. The words don't want to come out of my mouth, so I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Stress at work today. And just a lot going on, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead back in, and first I'll line up what I previously inked and move the stencil just a little bit overlapping what I already inked. Just a little bit overlapping what I already inked. Okay, and then go ahead over it with another color. Okay, so I have a little boo-boo here on the side here. But that was my own fault for not being more careful with my lining things up. All right, and let's do it again on this side. Hi, Melanie. Thank you. Oh, that's a little bit close. That's a little bit close. All right, let's go ahead and add some more clouds around here. But yeah, so you can use all of it, like Jim said, because you have both the stencil and the cutout part of the mask. or in this case, the frame, you're getting a lot more use out of the product. Okay, just hold on one second here. I just want to get this lined up and put some of my magnets down. I'll go with some purple this time. Give it some variety. Right here, we need some more clouds right here. That's a great idea to put the Post-it note. Yep. I'm gonna probably trim it down. So yeah, you can get your Post-it note out. This is a great tip. Yep. Take your Post-it note. Okay, and you want to go ahead and just cover it up so that you aren't, there you go. Thank you. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Chow. Say hello to baby Kaylin for me, Chow. Such a cutie pie. She's adorable. All right, there we go. Now we'll make some progress here. Oops. And you can just twist and turn your stencil all different directions to get like different looking clouds in every different area. I'm gonna go in here with some blue. Oh, put it on the stencil. Good idea. Oh, that's even a better idea. I'm learning all kinds of tips. Put your Post-it note on your stencil. Oh yeah, and it's going to extend the stencil. Yes. All right, so let's try it. We'll finish this one off, then we'll do the rainbow curve. We'll do some clouds on that one too. Okay, I'm going to try to get some clouds down here in the corner. All right. I'm gonna trim this because I kind of made a boo-boo there, and that's all right. We're gonna have a nice looking card at the end, and that's all that matters. Okay. Well, thank you, Amy. My favorite color, purple. Since I have a little bit of a harsh edge, I'm just gonna trim that off because I wasn't using my Post-it note to extend that stencil. There we go. Okay, just want to get a couple more. Let me get just a couple more little clouds down here in the corner. Post-it notes are our friends. They definitely come in handy in the craft room. Isn't that right? Especially these big ones. I like these. You can also use Post-it tape. I know a lot of people do that. Okay. Blue. So anyways, that's how I created the cloud, the way the cloud looks on this compared to these kind of clouds. So you've got the cloud frame, and then you have the clouds that are nice puffy clouds. All right. So here we have this one is called Curved Sweep. Yes, Curved Sweep. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's extend our stencil here. And we'll just go down the line here. We'll start at the top and work our way down. And we'll just move little by little until we have some pretty clouds around our rainbow. Okay. All right, here we go. Or you can just slide your card up too. That's another way of doing it. Hi, Barbara Drake. Thanks for jumping on tonight. It's good to see you, lady. Okay, we'll get some purple. I'm going to grab some pink as well. So we'll have pink, purple, and blue cotton candy clouds around our rainbow. Well, Mary Kay, I saw another design team member doing this, and I think it creates just the opposite effect. And sometimes that is a cool look. So I was definitely casing her ideas. And I can't remember who it was. That's terrible, but I can't remember. I don't know if it was somebody else who has a video channel. Is it Catherine? Oh, I can't remember. This is going to look really pretty. Let's just go in some down here. Allison. That's right, Allison. I always forget about her. Yeah. You know, and I honestly think it might have been Allison, to tell you the truth, now that I'm thinking about it. But she did it. She used this outside of this to make it look, you know, given that effect. I just think it gives the effect of like the image is recessed into those clouds. So it gives you some versatility with that stencil, right? So you can make your traditional clouds, or you can make your clouds that sort of create a frame around the object that you're crafting with, if that makes sense. I'm probably not explaining that right, but I think you guys get my drift. Yeah, so Cloud Edger stencil is an essential. Hi, Jen D. Carolus. Looks like you had a lot of fun in Disney. I'm so glad that you were able to get away and have that trip. Yep, the different colors of the clouds. So I'll finish these two off, I'm sure. I'll create some cards using other stamps. I have somebody said about like some scripture stamps for this one. And then I would like to create something with some shamrocks or something for the rainbow, the one that looks like a rainbow. Okay? So that's great. Got to play around with that live. Good for you, Jen. And hopefully you had great weather. Okay. Now I want to show you another Easter themed, but also it could be for other occasions as well. It doesn't have to be just for Easter. I love this. This is a cross with Floral, and I think it's called Floral Cross. Yep, Floral Cross. Okay, so what I did was, it was so easy. All I did was ink blended sort of a sunset background. So Catherine Polar inks, ink blended. And then I just used my date night inks to ink blend the cross. I fussy cut the cross. And then I just used an Easter themed die from, I think, Fresh Studios, I think. He is Risen. So this was a real simple card to make. Very quick. Didn't take very long at all. But I think it's great for Easter. So I'm looking forward to creating more of these for my friends and family for Easter this year. So beautiful. Thank you, Barb. The beautiful floral cross. Could also, you know, use it for other occasions as well, like the First Holy Communion, I was thinking, or if you have a young one that goes through confirmation, sympathy. Hi, Christine Mack. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you guys are jumping on. There's some of you that I haven't seen in so long. I'm so happy to see you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks. Okay. So we've got that one. Yeah, I think too. Baptism. That's right. A baptism. Yep. Oh, I finally got my camera adjusted better. Sorry about that. I feel like I was sliding downhill. I actually was. Okay, so that's the floral cross. Okay, the next one I think you guys are going to love. Because we love them all, but this one is a 6x9. Okay, this one is called Paint Strokes. All right. Oh, thank you, Susan. Simplest card in the world to make. Probably one of the quickest cards I ever created. And I'm going to show you how I did it. So go ahead and grab a card base. This is a 1-layer card, except for, I guess it's not a 1-layer because I put these die cuts on top of it. All right. This is so versatile. And if you go to a Colorful Life Designs website and look at all of the cards that the design team members created, just a lot of great ideas. But I think it's a lot of fun. So all I did was laid my card base down and I just went in and I just varied the paint strokes. So there's thick, thin, and medium, right? You have all these different size paint strokes. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll do this one in yellow. Okay, whoops, sorry, I always do that. It's my fault. My fault. I should use my Post-it note. That's all right, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. Actually, it looks okay. It looks pretty organic. That's no problem. I have no problem with that, boo-boo. Sometimes you've got happy accidents. Sometimes that's really true. Amy, I forgot. It was too late. It worked out, though. It's okay. It's okay. I'll make sure I mask the bottom off. I know, you were trying to catch me. Too bad there's a lag between when you say it and I actually see it across my screen. That's the problem. That's the problem with YouTube. Yeah, there's so many samples on the website. My gosh, this is easy. You can't get any easier than this. And really, I'm not going into I'm not grabbing any new ink. I'm just using the residual ink that's in my blending brushes at this point. So it'll be a more pastel look. Okay, let's go ahead with this nice big thick brush stroke here. Okay, Nancy, no problem. So in case you all didn't know, Nancy and I are going to be attending the Allentown Stamp Show. So if there are any of you who are in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York area, maybe even Delaware, and you feel like have a road trip to Allentown, Pennsylvania, we will be there April 1st and 2nd. So we're super excited about that. See how cute that's coming together already? It doesn't take much. This stencil does all the work for you. And I'm just going down the line here. I'll go in with blue next. I'm going to grab my Post-it paper. I know, Jen. Isn't it awesome? You can rotate it in any direction. You're right, Jim. And that's what's so cool. Yeah, I can turn it this way. Yep, you're right. Good idea. Let's give that a try. So we've got this skinny, what I call the skinny little brush stroke. You know, we've got all kinds of different ways of using this. So that's really all I did. I was just playing with it and came up with the very random pattern. There was really no rhyme or reason to it. I think I ended up using a couple different colors of purple towards the bottom. I don't know why I took that off. Let's keep that on there. I'm going to show you why we do this. This helps to prevent a dark line. You can overlap them, sure. Yep. Okay, so we went from top to bottom, and we've got, I'll save that piece of Post-it paper for another time. We're going top to bottom. I'll show you another way, and these are just some die cut flower stems or whatever, foliage, and just the word hope. That was super easy. I like the way this card turned out, but let me show you another way that I saw some of the other design team members. Oh, they did some nice work, you guys. They went up and down like this. I think they started over here. Let's try this. I'm going to get some ink out. I have my Life of the Party collection. We'll start with party dress. Yes, Holly did that. That's correct. Yep, she started. And maybe I should mask the top so that, yeah, let's do that. Let's mask the top of our panel here. There we go. All right. Thank you, Meg. Thank you for the reminder. Thanks, everybody. Whoops. Yeah. Okay. We're going to make it look like there's paint dripping down the card. Okay, on the stencil. Thanks, Meg. I'll put the mask on the stencil too. Yep, I'll do it. Okay. Okay, next we'll go orange. So by putting the Post-it note on this side, you're going to avoid over blending off the edge of your stencil. Let's use some Tutti Frutti. I'm just going to go across the colors here of this pack of ink. I tell you, I think this was probably the most popular stencil in the release. There's so many examples from the design team. Yeah. All right. Hi, Mama Bear. Yeah. That's a good idea. Maybe we can get a feather set in the future, Mary Kay. You probably already have she probably already has a feather set somewhere on her website that I didn't know about. So we've got some pink, orange. Now we'll do some yellow. But let's go ahead with Tiara. Okay, and okay, layered feather. All right, I'll have to look for that one. So we've got yellow. Now let's do green. So let's do Lime Ricky. Ooh, I must have just re-inked that because it is very saturated. I did re-ink that the other night. Oh, it'll dry back some. And I think we have room for one more color. Oh yeah, that's coming together nicely. And we'll go with blue. something borrowed. Oh, the split feather. I have that one. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. I forgot to move my masking paper over, or my Post-it note. So I've got to move this over a little bit. Okay, that goes there. And my stencil here. Well, I'll have to check that out, the layered feather. There's so many wonderful stencils on the site. Wow, that's really saturated too. I must have just re-inked that one too. Holy moly. All right, so you get the idea. We've got some paint coming across. You could make a card in this direction, or you can go in this direction. I think I might add some purple down here. Yeah, that Lime Ricky, it is darker than I would expect. I don't use it that often. Okay, so purple. And we're just going to blend it right off the page. So the purple is called Flirty Fuchsia. Thanks, everyone. Whoa. It reminds me of, yeah, green paint, a leaf, a nice deep, rich, tropical green leaf, that Lime Ricky. Okay. Yeah, a nice large sentiment. And I think I would just go, I don't know, maybe this way. I don't know. I mean, that's so much fun. And you know, you've got all these different paint swatches. Again, there's thick and thin. This is a nice one here. Lots of different options with this. Yeah, horizontal. Yeah. Paint strokes. This is called paint strokes. So you definitely want to get yourself one of those. Farty fuchsia. That's funny. That's my country accent coming out. My Pittsburgh accent. Good. Okay. Oh, there's more. There's so much more to look at tonight. All right. What's next? Next we have, oh my gosh, you guys are gonna love this one. Oh, I say be still my heart with this one. And I think it was Amy created a really cool looking card. I'm gonna try to duplicate it a little bit or case it or borrow from her. This one's called Corner Blooms. Yep, Corner Blooms. All right, let's go ahead and grab a card panel. All right, why is this one so cool? Well, because it's a corner stencil, you've got the option of making it a frame. So I'm going to go ahead and just go off the page a little bit here. So I'm not lining it up. In other words, I'm not lining it up directly over the card like I did for this card. So for this card, I just went straight on to the corner. Okay, and used some cummerbund, pucker up, and serenade. So for this one, I want to just take it off a little bit, just off a little bit. All right, so let me get my Post-it note here. And I want to put one the bottom of my, well, I don't think I want the bottom of my card. I want it to actually go all the way to the end. And I'm using my Make Art Station, so I can just ink blend right off on top of that. I'm going to put a little bit of the flower accent here and then a little bit up in the other corner too. So see how this looks. And you can use more than one color on these flowers. And actually using more than one color just gives it a lot more, I think. It just makes it look a lot more interesting. So I'm just using some do-si-do and pucker up on my first flower. Wait, party dress. Sorry, do-si-do and party dress. And then we're going to grab Flirty Fuchsia. That's Flirty Fuchsia, Cynthia. And we'll go for some Grape Crush. So there's two different colors of purple there. All right, let's start with Flirty Fuchsia. Yeah, you could do red, white, and blue. Sure. Yep. That's Grape Crush. There we go, Flirty Fuchsia. Basically, I'm just coloring the inside of the flower with one color of ink, and then on the outside flower, just going in with a darker color of ink. Hey, Lynn. I thought you were on earlier. Did you have to leave and come back? I don't know. I thought I said hello to you earlier. Oh, well, that might have been last night, Lynn. I'm having deja vu. Right? Oh, we're just getting started. I'll do a recap at the end, okay? Going in with some more Flirty Fuchsia in the middle of this flower so that you can actually see that there's two different colors of ink. Okay, and then my last two colors that I'll use, I'll probably just use one color because I'm down to a little bit of a flower here. I'll go ahead. This is cummerbund. Okay, this is called Corner Blooms. Yeah, this is so pretty. What do you see? Ah, gosh. Amazing. So pretty. All right, I'm going to turn, well, I'll keep it where it is, but I'll take my stencil and go up to the corner. And I just want to get a little bit of a flower at the top corner here. You know, just to get that. I think this is how Amy made one of her cards, but it's probably not exactly how Amy made one of her cards, but I was looking at what card that Amy made, and I think she did this technique where she had flowers on one side and some flowers on the other. So that's kind of where I am getting this idea from. And I'll just do pink flower up here. All right. Yes, she flipped it the other way, but it was basically the same idea. And you've got this area in the middle here where you can have some sentiments, or you can even stamp something in the middle. You can turn it this way. Turn it this way. Right? Lots of options here, folks, with this stencil. So it's not just for the corner. It's for 2 corners or 4 corners. So many different possibilities. So this is one of my favorite stencils. I love this one. Be making lots of pretty cards with this. All the different colors. Whatever you are a fan of, you go ahead. And then this is the card that I made. And then this is the one that we just did tonight. You can see they're similar, but not the same. Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much. Oh, I think it's so pretty. All right, so we'll finish that later. I'm not going to finish the card tonight. I just wanted to show you a couple of these stencils. Well, all of them anyways. Okay. All right, next. Oh, that was so pretty. Let's go ahead and, this is the Mum Matte. So, I'm sorry, I wasn't even looking to see if anybody had any questions. You could fill your card base with all the flowers. Yes, you certainly could. Yes. Yep. So, Jim, to that point, I'll show you guys how that would work. Let me grab the stencil back off my pile here. Wow, here we go. Okay, so if you wanted to try to fill the entire panel, you could stencil this way, and then you could turn it this way and stencil again. You could certainly fill the entire panel, though. There's plenty of possibilities there. Yep. That's what I think you meant, Jim, right? Wait. Oh, thanks, Susan. Okay. Let's do a bigger piece of paper. So this is just a half a page. What I want to show you is these nice big 6x9 stencils are great for getting 2 card panels out of one blend. All right, so, all right, Amy, take care. Thank you for jumping on. It was nice to see you, my friend. Have a great evening. Yep, this is the great size for journaling. You could also use pixie spray if you wanted to, but I found that because I have Make Art Station, it holds everything in place fairly well. So I just opt to use that and not get too much into the pixie spray. But pixie spray is definitely very helpful depending on what kind of stencil you're using. If you're using a really delicate stencil and you want to do ink blending, pixie spray really helps. Now for this one, I'm going to do a rainbow again, and I'm just going to start at the top and ink blend it down. All right, and we've got a lot of space to cover here. It's a nice big stencil. And then we'll go ahead with some orange. So the first color was Party Dress. The second color is Tutti Frutti. And this one is really easy to blend your brush across because it's large and you're getting a lot of swiping action there. Okay, next we need some yellow, so we're going to use Tiara. Hi, Star. Playing with stencils tonight from A Colorful Life Designs. Today is day 2 of their new release. They released all their new stencils yesterday. Oh, yellow. And then I'm going to skip green and go with Aquatine instead. And instead of using Lime Ricky, I'll do the Aquatine. Aquatine is sort of a teal. It's like a greenish blue, so it's like the best of both worlds. Hey, Karen. Oh, I better move my magnets here. Oh, my fault. My stencil buckled a little bit because I didn't have my magnets where they should have been. You live and learn, kids. You live and learn. I think my Aquatine needs re-inked. It's getting a little dry there. I'm going to leave that out so I remember to do that. Something Borrowed will go next. No. Yeah, Something Borrowed, which is a nice deep blue. So I'm going to just lightly touch my brush into this. And boy, I'm definitely going to daub it off on a piece of scrap paper. So I don't want to be overpowering that. Okay, and then the final color we'll use is purple. Flirty Fuchsia. Flirty Fuchsia. Yeah, it's a pretty mum. Super bright colors here. The Life of the Party collection from Catherine Pooler. You've got some really basic colors, sort of like their foundational colors, but they definitely have a punch to them. You know, I like that. I know a lot of you do too. All right, such a nice big stencil. What I like about that is I can cut it in half and get 2 card bases out of this. I just want to put my inks away real quick so I don't make a mess. Okay, ready for the reveal? Here we go. Let's see how this turned out. So pretty. Oh, is that gorgeous? That's right, Meg. I'm going to punch you in the face with some color tonight. Okay. So let's grab our guillotine trimmer. So that one turned out really nice. So there's a lot of options when you're going to trim, right? You can trim a diagonal, and then you would get actually 4 different components that you could use. But let's start by trimming it in half. Thanks, Cheryl. Okay, so we'll trim it in half. So this is 5 1/4. I'm sorry, 4 1/4 is what we're looking for. Get the right measurements, girl. Okay, so we've got 2 here. Well, I kind of didn't trim those right. This one looks like it's a little bit bigger. Okay, I really do know how to measure on most days. Do know how to measure. Okay. So, you've got 2 card panels that you can then decorate, right? Another thing you could do is make it into a triangle like this. And let's see if I can get this lined up here. All right, so now you've got, I'll show you what I'm going for here, folks. Okay, so this is your card base. And you might want to do half like this. And then you can have your sentiment up here. So that's always an option too. Like this. You could put a piece of paper or a piece of foil cardstock as your sort of boundary line, right? I just think, you know, sometimes it gives you a little bit more that you can make it stretch a little bit to do your corners like that. So, and I always like to put a piece of foil cardstock right here in the middle. All right. Or if you don't like that, just go like this, keep it the way it is. And you've got a full background here that you can put down on your card base. So it's a beautiful stencil. And I think I'll be pulling it out time and time again to create some super pretty backgrounds and a variety of colors. Whatever your color choice is, you can go for it. All right, so there you go. That one is called Mum Matte. All right, I have to show you this because this one is so pretty. Okay, I'm sorry, T, what did you say? What did I miss? Yeah, a peacock. Yeah, it reminds you of a peacock. All right, so I am capable of doing pastel cards that have lighter colors. Believe it or not, I am capable. I don't do it that often because I like my bright colors, but this one I'm super happy to show you. And I'm going to grab the stencil. Such a pretty stencil. Here we go. Oh, don't mind me. Okay, we've got, this is called Fresh Lace. Yes, yes, T, it's lace. All right. Okay. This was really an easy one to ink blend as well. I used Peach Bellini. I don't know if you're all familiar with that color. And Do-Si-Do. So I switched to a softer color palette and just randomly applied the ink onto the stencil. I had some rose gold foil accents or ephemera that were in my stash. And I just, this is a 5.5 by 5.5 card. So it's a little bit of a different size, but I think it's so pretty and soft and romantic. I am really pleased with that one. And that just goes to show you that I can create something that's not too bold or that's not always bold. It's just more of a soft pastel look. Okay. I'll hold that up to the camera one more time so you can get a nice look at that. It would look pretty, the opal paste, yes. So, fast fact. Yes, my wedding color was peach. Not purple, but peach and mint green. Now, that was 30 years ago. Okay, and that was definitely the style back then. And this just reminds me of the colors that were in my wedding. So it was definitely a nostalgia for me. Yes, speaking of gel plate, so I'm going to show you, I did a gel plate pull. This one is called Ceiling Tile. This is, oh my gosh, wait till you see this one. Oh, do you talk about shabby chic? Okay, so this is the stencil, Ceiling Tile. Doesn't that remind you of the tin ceilings? I think it's so nice, right? And I did grab my gel press and I created this background. And I used Distress Oxide ink, Seedless Preserves. I think a little bit of Kitsch Flamingo too. So that's that. We're going to have to trim this one down and create a panel so we can create a card out of this one. I haven't done that yet, but I will. Just keep on checking my social media throughout the rest of this month, because what I'll do is add different card every day using a lot of these that we created together here tonight. Yeah, this one's called Ceiling Tile. You know, so you can use the gel plate to get a nice distressed look with this one. Yep. Like that a lot. Okay, what else do we have left here? We have a few more left, gang, and I'll show you these stencils. Okay. Speaking of gel plate, I thought this would look nice with gel plate as well. This is a lot of fun. This is the organic doodles. That's true, Meg. I could cut this in half like this and have 2 card panels. Yes, that's a great idea. Let's cut it in half. Okay, right down the middle. That's pretty. Okay, here's card panel number 1. And then there's number 2. So by cutting that in half, we were able to get 2 panels out of one pull. This would look so pretty with a bunch of gems. Yeah, I can see this being really just so pretty and ornate. All right, so the doodle. Okay. The doodle, I think, was the only one I didn't get a chance to do a gel plate pull with, but I noticed that on the design team blog on the website, there were so many beautiful card that the design team members created with this. So let's give a go at it, because we have to. It's just too whimsical not to give it a try. Let's do this. All right, so we'll just go for an A2 size. You know, and what's nice about this is you can lay it anywhere. You can go even sideways, any way, any direction. It's nice. Gives you lots of options. Okay. Yep. All right, let's go with, I don't know, let's think of some colors here that we can combine together. 2 colors maybe for our color palette. I'm thinking green and blue. Yeah. How about it? Want to try some green and blue on this one? All right. I'm just going to go in a random swirly pattern because this just is so whimsical. I don't think it has to be diagonal. Doesn't have to be straight lines, right? It can just be free hand ink blending. Just here, there, and everywhere. That's right, organic. That's why it's called Organic Doodle. This would make a fun St. Patrick's Day background too. Because I'm using green, I think of St. Patrick's Day. I'm not dipping into any new ink. I'm just using whatever ink is left on my brush. Okay. So, oh my goodness. Look at that. That is fantastic. It reminds me if somebody would take just a string and just lay the string here, there, everywhere on the paper. Isn't that great? I mean, it only took me, what, 2 minutes? Less than 2 minutes? It is fantastic. It's just, my mind is blown. Every time I play with these stencils, I'm not kidding you, and come away with something that is so beautiful with such little effort, it's fantastic. I can see myself using this one over and over again. Masculine, graduation card. Oh, the ideas are just popping in my head right now. And then the ink left on the stencil would be great for another print. So if we made the ink wet, like if we dampened it a little bit and laid another piece of cardstock on top, we might be able to do that. Yeah, get a reverse print. Ah, Mary Kay cuts her own stencils, so you don't have to worry about them running out. Let's go ahead and spray the stencil a little bit with some water. And we'll lay a piece of cardstock over top. So it's a very light print, but it's really cool. This would look fun with a gel press, because that reminds me of highways, like roads, cul-de-sacs. What are those called? Clover leaves. Yeah, so there you go. You can also use sprays. I did spray a little bit of water on there, Pam. Yeah, I did. I'm not using watercolor paper, so I sprayed my stencil with water. Yeah. Yep. I didn't have a very firm press, and this is also yeah, did you see me? I sprayed it. It's water. This is water, you guys. I just sprayed it real quick. Yeah. It was a sleight of hand. I was moving so quickly you didn't even see me. I like how that turned out. I can see myself making birthday cards with this background as a background. And it's just blue and green. Pretty basic, but pretty wow. So let's see that. Oh, I know there's one more. There's one more, you guys. And I've shown you all of the beautiful stencils. This one is a lot of fun. This reminds me of Peter Rabbit. I don't know why, but it just looks like an old-fashioned Easter card. Okay, so this is called Bunny Fields. This reminds me of something that you would have seen, like Victorian or Georgian period for an Easter card. I did create a panel. I did not finish my card, but I did create the panel. I'll show you what I did with this one. Sort of Nordic. Yeah, you're right, T. But I think the bunny itself, he just reminds me of that. Okay. Where are you, bunny? All right, so I didn't finish it. I just ink blended it. And I just used some purple ink for the bunny, some yellow and pink for the flowers, and green for the leaves or the stems of the flowers. But now that you're saying that, it does remind you of a Nordic style. Let's trim this down. All right. I did trim it down a little bit. What's nice about this one is because you have the mask, you go ahead and do your You can do your bunny first if you want, and then cover the bunny. Look at that, I missed a flower. Oh boy, what was I thinking? I mean a leaf. I missed a leaf. You're not gonna get away from me, Mr. Leaf. There you go. Right, so it's cute, isn't it? You can cover it up like that. You can cover the bunny up like that. And you could rotate your flowers in a different direction. That's what's nice about this stencil. Yes, obviously it lines up perfectly. You don't have to do any thinking. But you might want to turn your flowers at this angle. Right? Or you just might want to do all... Maybe you want all your flowers to look like this one right here. And you can just use that flower. There's a lot of options when it comes to this. Just the way that the flowers are, not necessarily... Some of these flowers, excuse me. Let me take a drink of water here. So some of these flowers aren't connected to a stem, right? So that gives you the option to make your own design. All right, let's get this black piece of paper out of the way. Let's do a pink bunny. All right, we're going to turn the card this way. Yeah, it's so versatile. There's so many ways you can use them. I'm going to make the bunny pink. And this is when having some pixie spray does come in handy, because to get that to go back down on top of the area that I'm ink blending, pixie spray is going to hold it in place. Oh, look at my pink bunny. So pretty. Soft pink. Just a baby, like a baby pink. What did Abraham say? Oh, he's going to take a sip of wine because I said super cute, right? Right. I did say super cute. Yeah. Now, pixie spray. Let me grab my pixie spray. I've got our pixie spray here. And I'm going to step away from my camera and spray the back of the rabbit with some pixie spray. Let that dry a minute. It helps to shake it, right? Maybe not, but feels good. Just like a Polaroid picture, shake it. So there you have it. Now your rabbit is protected from your going in now with the stencil. Yeah, I could do an Americana. Yeah. That's right. Vintage photo, and the flowers could be red, blue, and green. That's a great idea. Yeah. And then, you know what you could also do is use a piece of cream-colored cardstock. That's another idea. So what I was saying was taking your flowers, you can turn them around any way you'd like and design your own background. This is what's so cool about this stencil. All right, so let's grab a different color. Let's do yellow. Okay, yellow. I know I should have masked my sides, but I like to live dangerously, so we got a yellow flower. flower number 1 is yellow. Okay, but look, you guys, look at this. So here's our flower. It's got the open center. Let's take that pretty, so this is sort of like a little tiny flower. Why not make that the middle of our flower? With pink. See that? Yes. You could have a pair of bunnies kissing. Yes. Great idea, Jim. I never thought of that. Okay, I'm totally stealing that. I'm going to make a slimline card. It's going to be Jim's card. That is a great idea. Yes. All right, and we have a smaller flower here. Oh, and there's little leaves too, by the way. Little tiny leaves. Let me get a piece of Post-it paper. And I'm going to put this paper underneath my stencil. I'm going to try to ink blend. Yes, so many options. You can design your own theme. So I have a little leaf there. I can go all the way around that flower and add leaves. All right. I can make one of these flowers over here if I wanted to, with a brighter pink. Yeah, I have my little small brushes. That's what fell earlier when you heard that crash. It fell to the ground. Okay. Pink. I do like these little cosmetic brushes for this kind of technique. They really do come in handy. Okay. So yeah, this is the idea that I was going for. I'll put a little leaf in there. So there's even larger leaves if you wanted to try one of those. They are really great for stencils, you're right, in small areas, yep. So that's what I thought, by having just a variety of flower shapes and leaf shapes, you can really create your own, you know, however you want to finish off your card here. You can do whatever you want here. Okay, let's see. Let's make an orange tulip here. Let's make a purple flower. And then go in with our small brush for our stems and our leaves. It does sort of look like the sun, yeah. Okay. And you can just keep on filling in all around your card. And it's pretty cool looking, I think. So this is the one that I created earlier. And then this is the one we just did now. So I didn't finish it, but it gives you an idea of how you could finish it off, right? Does anybody have any questions? I'm going to do a walkthrough of all of the cards that I showed you tonight. And again, please support A Colorful Life Designs with your stencils that you need. Think about them. They're, you know, small mom and pop store, and they definitely have a great quality of product. You can save 10% off your order if you use my code, which is a nice thing to do. Save yourself a little bit, and it helps to support my channel so that I can continue to do videos and all the things that go into creating content, right? You could shadow the bunny. Yeah, that's a good idea, Jim. So this one is called Bunny Fields. That would look nice to shadow the bunny. Yeah. Just maybe like a little offset. Is that what you mean, Jim? Yeah, the March hare. Yeah. Yeah. So I put a little bit of a shadow underneath there. So, okay, let's go ahead and recap what we created tonight. And then I'll let you all go because you've been very patiently watching for quite some time now. And I'm sure you will have things that you want to get done. All right, we've got... that one is called Bunny Fields. This is called Organic Doodles. I recreated this panel with Organic Doodles. This one is called Ceiling Tile. And I showed you that I, off camera, used my gel plate to create, using Distress Oxide inks to create this. Basically, it was together and I trimmed it in half. Now I can create 2 different cards with this. So I'm looking forward to playing with that. Oh, everybody's favorite lace. Okay, this one is called Fresh Lace. That's the card that we created with that one. That was something that I created off camera. Thank you, Jim. And we've got Mum Matte. This is how we created some panels with Mum Matte. Everybody seemed to really like that one a lot. Corner Blooms. This is the card I created for my design team work. And this is the panel that we created together tonight. All right, so we've got 2 different ways that you can create with that. Okay, That's called Corner Blooms. Paint Swap, Paint Strokes. Paint Strokes. Yep, make sure I got that right. I just used some black die cut foliage and the word hope. And then together we created this one that I can use in the future. This has a lot of different options that I think you could really get a lot of use out of. Thanks, Candace. I do agree. That lace is beautiful. Okay, we've got the Floral Cross. Okay, we got the Floral Cross here. And then we have a couple 3x6 stencils. And they are Cathedral Window. This is Cathedral Window. And by the way, A Colorful Life Designs etches the names of the stencils on the stencils, so you'll always know what they're called. This one is called Cross Window. Thank you, love. And this one is called Curved Sweep. Okay. So Curved Sweep, Cathedral Window, and Cross Window. And we use the Cloud Edger stencil to create our clouds. These are not, like I said, I still have to go back in and finish these cards, but we've got our basic panel to start with, and then the rest is just finishing it off. Okay, pot holder. Looks like a crocheted pot holder, right? What I did was I turned it on an angle. I had a piece of paper that I had previously ran through my embossing folder. Oh. Yep, it was just a little, here it is. Basically, I had it laying around, so what I did was I took the stencil and I colored right through the top, right over top of that embossing folder. Here we go. I just laid my stencil at a diagonal, so you can go straight forward or diagonal. And I'll hold it up to the camera so you can get a better look at it. So not only does it have the pot holder geometrical pattern in the background, but it also has texture. And this Easter Bunny, it's called Happy Easter Bunny. It's from Technique Junkies. It's from last year's release for Easter at Technique Junkies, or it wasn't necessarily an Easter themed release, but it was released around Easter time last year at Technique Junkies. Here we have our sheep mask. Okay, lots of really cool cards you can make with our sheep mask. And you can make your sheep in any color that you would like. Great for baby showers. All kinds of ideas for that one. Good. I'm glad you guys liked it. Thanks, Candace. I do love that lace card. See, it's the softer side of Tracy. There is a soft side. I'm not just all bright, crazy, saturated colors. Okay, this one is called Bunny Hug. This one's called Bunny Hug. And this one is called Bunny. Hello, Bunny. Hello, Peeps. Sorry, it's called Hello, Peeps, not Hello, Bunny. Okay. With those, you get the stencil as well as the mask. So if you didn't join us in the beginning, these were the cards that we showed right at the beginning. But if you missed it, don't worry. I have videos on my channel showing you how I made this card. And by the way, do you recognize the background? That is the mum mat in the background. This one is the Hello Peeps. This video posted onto my YouTube channel yesterday. And this is Bunny Hug. And I have this one up on my YouTube channel today. Hi, Cherie. How are you? And the sentiment says, hey there, hop stuff. I thought that was cute because, you know, bunnies are holding a little heart. All right, you guys, that's the complete release then from A Colorful Life Designs. Don't forget to head on over and pick out your stencils. And don't forget to use my code, which is TracyFan10. I greatly appreciate you tuning in tonight and watching and creating with me and giving me so many great ideas. I'll definitely be taking your ideas back to finish off my cards. Stay tuned. Oh, thank you, Cherie. I'll be on the lookout for that. Make sure you get it. Stay tuned to my channel and my Instagram for throughout the rest of the month of March. I'll have these cards posted. Usually I do a different one each day. If you're not subscribed to my Instagram or my Facebook, I really would encourage you to do that because you'll get to see more of the cards that I create that way. All right, everybody. Oh, thank you, Mary Kay. Thank you for creating such a great new release. It's so much fun. So much creativity. We're going to have fun with these stencils for years to come. And thanks for jumping on, Mary Kay. I really appreciate it. All right, everybody. Hope you have a great evening. Take care. And we will talk to you the next time. Bye-bye. Good night.